Welcome back to the Non-Fraternal Twins podcast. This is episode 3, cuffing season. So as you all know, Christmas is around the corner. And that means, I'm young myself and, and I'm single. So there's a lot of pressure, amongst young people to date, find somebody, this is colder weather. You want someone to cuddle up next with and, be all up in them pretty much. Not in that way, but, be all like close knit with them. So, what do you got to say about, what are your thoughts? You're married.
Mm-hmm.
So, give your thoughts on when you were single and now currently as a married woman about cuffing season.
I think everybody wants to have somebody, especially during the holidays. You see when you go over to somebody's house, grandma's house, or an aunt's house, whatever. You see all these like couples, whatever, at the house, and you kind of like, dang, let me see who I can like text. Let me look through my contacts and see who I can message. So I think that's kind of always wanted. Like when we were made to have a relationship with somebody. So I think that intimate relationship is important, and but I think that what's it called? It's been dragged out, especially this day and age with like technology and whatnot, with all these dating apps and other type of apps that you can connect with others, not even really on a relationship, basis, I should say, but more on a hookup base. So it's definitely different than when I was when I was single, I should say. It was just MySpace and then Facebook, and that was pretty much as good as it got, other than obviously text message and phone calls. But even before then, it was just text message and phone calls, so that was our pretty much way of communication, other than seeing them in school and having a conversation or writing little notes or something like that. But that's as good as it got. So now being married, hey, I'm married now. Like, got a whole family, and it's different. I just pretty much gotta figure out whose house you're going to. His side of the family's house, my side of the family house. So that's really what is the questions that we're trying to figure out during the holidays and whatnot. So it's definitely different because already married and just living life at that point. I don't have to worry about no dating apps, no cuffing season, no none of that. So it's definitely like I crossed over that bridge. Definitely harder when you're single and whatnot. But you shouldn't feel pressured at all either. You shouldn't feel pressured to try to find somebody just because it's that quote unquote cuffing season or whatever. Like, don't feel pressured because, women, like, our emotions get involved. And you ain't finna play with my emotions just because it's cuffing season. And you just trying to, boo up somebody. Like, do that with somebody else. Don't do that with me if I were single. To me, that's disrespectful. Don't play with my emotions like that. What do you think?
So you were saying that when you were single, it was different, but nowadays it's a lot of hookups.
Yeah, it's different. I guess before it was probably still the same thing anyway. But that wasn't my interest. That wasn't my thing. I was like looking for, a boyfriend, girlfriend relationship. I wasn't here for no hookups, nothing like that. I'm not out here like that. I'm not out here like that.
I think a lot of times too, it's definitely different then because social media wasn't that big of a deal when you were, because Facebook had just came out fresh out the press,
right?
When you were a senior in high school. So social media wasn't junior. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. But nowadays you have Instagram, you have TikTok, you have Facebook still there,
Tinder and all that. WhatsApp,
Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. You have all these different things now. So it's harder now because like a lot of these dating apps are literally just hookup apps,
Yeah.
It's like different. Yeah, you have dinner, if that, and go back to his or her place and do
Yeah.
y'all's thing, and then like, oh, that's it, one night stand, and go on to the next joker. So it really is hard because like, we're meant to like have relationships, and fellowship with people and whatnot and get close to people, but it's just that sense of like loneliness that people have, and I just want to feel connected to anyone in any way, shape, or form, and they think sex is the way to go, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not, because you'll find out that a lot of guys and girls having sex, the girl's always like, we used to be really close, but now he's like all distant and whatnot. You're like, yeah, because you had sex, so he's gonna dip. He got what he wanted at this point. It's that same constant loop.
Yeah, and also like I said before, women are emotional creatures. Like we attach emotionally. It's unless you're not. I mean, I guess there are some women who are
Yeah, there's
just
some like, nope, hit it, quit it.
right, and so yeah. I mean, there are some women like that who just don't have that connection in the body or whatever. But still, and even I feel like for some men as well too, can develop that connection as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
like dang, this girl just like used me pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
She, I don't want to say hurt my feelings or whatever, but like she did me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm emotionally scarred from her. Yada yada yada. I'm never gonna let nobody get that close to me ever again. This, that, and third. Blah blah blah. So I think it could go either way, but I am just saying, naturally, most women are, emotional creatures. So there's that attachment, especially when it comes to sex. There is going to be that attachment, whether you like it or not, for those who are able to have that connection like that. So that's important to keep in mind, and you want to be mindful that whenever you're involved with somebody, there's always consequences after the fact. So if you're just doing a hookup, like make sure both parties understand what the deal is. Like don't sit there and lie to somebody, and don't sit there waste somebody's time, and just be open, front, and honest. Like, this is a hookup, this is all I'm looking for, and that's it. So nobody's gonna be sitting there like waiting by the phone, if you will.
Yeah, make your intentions clear. Whether you decide to do that, person just hook up, or you know what I mean, like that kind of FWB situation, friends with benefits. Make it clear and make it known if that's what you want to do. That's what make it known to the other party, so they're not thinking it's anything more.
Yeah.
And that's not the route you want to go down. Then make it clear. Make your intentions clear if you are going to be dating someone and whatnot.
Yeah,
But
especially during cuffing season.
yeah, but okay, so someone's single. They're wondering, okay, what can I do to make myself a better man or a better woman for a relationship? What's some things you can tell that person? Because we talked about, okay, the dynamic of how it is in 2021 dating versus like back in 2008 when you were high school and whatnot. So let's talk about ways that they can, in a sense, level up and improve to be like the better girlfriend or boyfriend in a relationship.
I mean, you just got to show what you can offer. Show your wifely duties, if you will. Not intimately. I'm talking about show that you can cook, you can clean, you can hold down a household, you can do and offer the things that a wife can do, that a man is looking for in a wife. Can you provide those things? Can you offer those things? Some women are like, I'm not doing no type of wifely duties because he didn't put a ring on it. He didn't put a ring on it yet because he don't know if you can do it or not. And I'm not trying to what's it called, gamble with their love life. They need to see, like I said, minus the intimacy, because I believe in no sex before marriage. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about can you, provide these wifely duties, to if you want to become a potential wife. That's my thing. So I think you just gotta show and be your authentic self, and be like, this is all the true colors. Because sometimes when, like, after you get married, the true colors come out, and you're like, oh, that's what you do. Oh, that's what you say. That's how you live. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, I know that before. I don't like that. This and a third. So it's like you're finding out more things that, like, than you didn't know, that you didn't think was there. And I say that because, again, I don't think you should be living with each other before before you get married. I kind of understand the concept of why you would, because you kind of see, like, how y'all would live together. Like, how does this person live, and how does this person live with me, and vice versa. But again, because of my Christianity values and whatnot, I don't agree with that. So for me, I did find some things that my husband, like, when we moved in together, after marriage, I was like, okay, he does these things, or he says these things, and I don't approve of, or I don't like. I had no idea. He didn't do all that when we was dating. So that's that too. I just think you have to show your true colors, so there are no hidden surprises after the fact that you may not like. That may be deal breakers. Make sure all that deal breaking is out and open before anything gets too serious.
Yeah, I think for me, I think I would say number one, get to know yourself. Being single is not a terrible thing. I think it's a time meant to find yourself, find your likes, find your dislikes. That way, when you get into a relationship, you know what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate in a relationship. So, although it is cuffing season, you don't need to rush into something just to say, oh, I got a boo or whatever. I'm going to take, him or her to, Christmas dinner and show off. Or be texting someone during Christmas so you don't feel lonely or whatever. You have to get to know yourself, because when you rush into that so quick, you're going to regret it. And there's going to be red flags that are there that you simply will overlook just because you just want to be in something so bad.
Right.
Which is terrible.
Right.
So I'm saying again, if you're single, find your likes and find your dislikes. Another thing to do is improve yourself. Like Alicia was saying, improve on your skills. Be the better wife. Like, guys are looking for nurturers. A lot of times you see, like, these, manosphere, podcasts and whatnot on YouTube. They're not looking for a career woman. They're looking for a nurturer. Like, literally all the manosphere channels, it's always what? A nurturer. They don't care about how many degrees you have, all that, what kind of career you have. They just want, hey, can you hold down the house? Can you take care of the kids? Is dinner going to be there on the table? Do your wifely duties.
Right.
And I'm not saying that, like, well, somebody's probably listening to this and like, well, I don't really see myself doing that. And that's fine. If you don't see yourself doing that, then, hey, level up. Go to the gym. Start going to the gym. Start eating right. You know what I mean? Start improving yourself. That's the whole part of being single, is leveling up and bettering yourself. That way, when you do find somebody, you're like, hey, I have all this going on. And it gives you, like, a better selection pool to choose from. Because you got your life going on. You're eating healthy. You're going to the gym. You're doing X, Y, and Z. Now you can find somebody that can match you. Because a lot of times, you're sitting there and it's like, well, I want this guy to have, muscles, 6-figure job. But what are you doing? You ain't got nothing going on with your life. So again, you have to improve yourself as well. So I think that's the biggest thing to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely leveling up.
Right.
And just improving yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that single phase.
Right. Because, some women have a list and some guys have a list of what their future significant other looks like, or what they want them to look like. Not everything on the list is going to be checked off. Let's be realistic. But
Mm-mm.
what's it called? I think guys are really looking for, like Brianna said, nurturers. And, you know, can you be a mother? Can you be a wife? Can you, hold down the house? Not now that doesn't now when we say that, we're not talking about being stay at home wives or stay at home moms or anything like that. You can still hold the house down and have a career at the same time. It's doable. But they're looking for that nurture side. Of course, you have the career side and everything like that. But can you be a wife? Can you be a mother? If that's your choosing, or if you can do that. So that's what I feel like men are looking for when it comes to you know wanting to find a wife in the future. And I think some people, for those who watch Hallmark during the winter times, they have this false reality, if you will, of like this perfect picture, like, this is how it's supposed to be, this is how it is. I'm like, no, first of all, it's TV. It's not reality. These are just fictitious love stories for the most part. And you just have to be honestly realistic about, your environment. If you're struggling or finding a hard time to, cuff somebody, if you will, during this time, I guess look outside the box. Go outside your environment. Go to the next town over, the next city over, whatever the case may be. Change it up. You can even, doll yourself up a little bit. Because I feel like if you doll yourself up, if you wear your best, outfits or whatever, like, to me, that builds confidence. And you can, you can attract more of of the opposite sex or whatever the case is. You can attract what you're trying to attract once your confidence level is up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants a Debbie Downer. So I think that's a option as well too for cuffing season. But just because it's cuffing season don't mean you have to cuff. And if you're trying to cuff, make sure all the everything is out on the open on the table, and so no feelings get hurt at the end of the day. Because cuffing season don't last long. I can say that much. It's already about to be the end of December, so
pretty much.
Cuffing season don't last long. So just be open and honest of what the situation really is. Like, what's your intentions?
Yeah.
And if that person's okay with it or not. So just be open and honest. Because, at the end of the day, hurt people. Don't go hurt nobody's feelings because some people crazy.
Very true. And I like what you said, like, if you're wanting to find somebody, you can't just stay in the house and hope that somebody's going to be on your front doorstep.
Right.
You actually have to go out there and do things that you normally don't do.
Yeah.
Dress up, do your hair, you know what I mean? I'm not saying go on dating apps. If that's your thing and you want to do that, then do it. But just do something different. Do something that you normally don't do in your daily routine of life.
True.
And look nice. It's not going to hurt you to wear some mascara, wear some eyeliner, do your hair, wear a nice dressy top. You know what I mean? Just dress up, like, make yourself look appealing.
Right.
For sure. And that goes for men and women, not just women. I'm saying this, but, guys, wear something nice, fix your hair up nice,
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
That's true.
But, like, as we close out this session, it's really just don't do things. Like, if you're single and you get, loneliness is obviously a bad feeling, you get depressed and stuff like that, don't do things and don't listen to things and don't watch things that are going to lead you down that path.
Right.
Alicia brought, for example, Hallmark. If Hallmark has, like, these cheesy, same storyline movies, right? Even though you know the ending, you still watch it, right? Don't watch those movies. If you know that's going to make you feel some type of way, like lonely and whatnot, wishing you had someone like that, don't watch it. Don't listen to certain songs that make you want to have somebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't watch those certain TikToks. Don't be on YouTube watching certain videos. Don't lead yourself down a path where you know where it's going to lead and the emotions that's going to cause you.
Because some people be desperate.
Right.
And then they put themselves in these type of situations or situationships that you might find hard getting out of. Or you're like, why did I do that? Why did I go there? Or there might be some permanent results of these situationships, aka children, that you know, have to deal with. So
yeah,
just be mindful. Just don't jump into something just because there's consequences to every action.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like I was mentioning, like, okay, don't do things that are going to lead you down a certain path, right? Because it can have negative consequences. So just be mindful of those things as we are already in this Christmas season. But yeah, and a lot of times too, family members, they kind of make you feel bad, like, oh, you're still single.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's another thing too. So you gotta set boundaries on some family members.
That's true. You should set boundaries in general. We should talk about that in a different time, like about boundaries, because that's important to set for yourself and, you know, others around you, for your family and friends.
Yeah,
like there's certain it's good to set boundaries for yourself, just to keep that healthy balance in a, you know, relationship of whatever. But that is true. Family do come to you and be like, you know, where's Brian? Where's your you know, your boo? Oh no, y'all broke up. Oh no, what's going on? Like, they be trying to be all up in your business and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, thanks for bringing that up again. Dang, I was getting over it.
Right. I'm finally getting over it today.
Right. So, yeah, that's important too, about family or friends or whoever, getting up all on your business and stuff. But I'm like, you know, it's my life. I'm living my life. Ain't got nothing to do with you. And that's that. And you don't have to answer too, or you can just be politely decline.
Or just be like, what about you? If they're single, it's like, oh, what about you?
Or
flip the question back on them if they're single.
It. Or if they're not single, they don't gotta be single. Flip the question around.
Yeah. How's your marriage?
Yeah. How's your little situation?
Right.
Where's Tatiana at?
Right. Like, just because someone asks you a question like that, don't feel like you have to answer them and, like, you know, feel all down and depressed. Flip that question back on them.
Or you can just be like, it's none of your business.
Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad.
Or I don't feel like talking about it, or whatever the case is.
Right. Yeah. Say something back that's very witty and clever. Don't let them make you feel bad in any sort of way.
Yeah. This holiday season can get, you know, tricky when it comes to relationships or friends with benefits or situationships. Whatever the terms are people use nowadays. It can be difficult depending on the situation. Whatever y'all, you know, got going on. Just be mindful, because everybody has a heart, and everybody has feelings. So just be mindful is all.
Yeah. So
don't play somebody because you know it's not cool to be played.
Right. But I think that wraps it up.
I think it does.
3.
I think it does.
I think we gave the people valuable tips on how to, like, overcome it, knowing oneself.
Yeah.
And knowing what to expect when rushing into this relationships and whatnot during cuffing season.
Right. I'm not here for the cuff. That's just me. I don't like my time wasted.
Exactly.
If it ain't for real, then, you know.
Don't come and knocking on Bonna's door.
Right. Literally. Don't come knocking on my door.
Literally.
Pass me on by.
But we'll catch y'all on episode 4. Stay blessed.
And enjoy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I hope y'all have a happy holidays, New Year's, all the above. And that y'all are safe and sound going into the new year.
Bye.
Blessings. Bye.